So what up traders, I am Agbasama Odi back on your screen, and in this video we'll be talking about one of the most important topic in the financial world that will scale your knowledge and also help you make informed decision in the financial market, which is forex trading session. So let's get to the content. So for the content, we'll be talking about what is forex trading session, the type of session we have, the advantages of sessions, and choosing the right session for yourself. Let's get to the first content on our list. So now we'll be talking about what is forex trading session. So forex trading session are specific time period during the day when trading activities is high in certain part of the world. Now, understanding that the forex market is open 24 hours from Monday down to Friday doesn't mean that in that 24 hours you just trade whatever pair you want to trade. Here there are specific sessions at which different countries or different part of the world engage in the market, and you need to understand these sessions in order to trade the right pairs, because if you don't understand these sessions, trading the right pairs will be difficult. And in this video you will get all the knowledge you need to know the right pairs and the appropriate session trading those pairs. So let's get to the type of session here. In forex market, we basically have four main sessions, which are, we have the Sydney session, the Tokyo or Asian session, the London session, and the New York session. So these are basically the four sessions we have. And now let's repeat again. We have the Sydney session, we have the Tokyo or Asian session, we have the London session, and we also have the New York session. So now let's get on to knowing all we need to know about the Sydney session. So the Sydney session is the first major session to open the week, and is usually opened on Sunday from 10 p.m. down to 7 a.m. and the best currency pairs to trade in Sydney session is the AUD USD, the NZD USD, the AUD JPY, the AUD NZD, and USD JPY, and there are also many more, but for these are like the major pairs that this session works best with. So if you want to trade Sydney session, as you can see, from 10 p.m. right here to 7 a.m. and this is GMT, right? The time will be GMT. So these are the currency pairs right here that best fit this Sydney session right here. And things to note: volatility is generally low during this session, so you have low volatility. So for this session the market is more like in a sideways movement, right? So nothing is really going on in this session, and it is also good for low risk setup, range trading, or setting up position for later sessions. So like I said, it is basically a low volatility session, so you don't expect big move like this or downward moves, aggressive downward moves here. So it is more like in a sideways. The market will be more like consolidating. And also another thing you need to take note is that spread may be wider in some pairs due to lower liquidity. So remember, we need liquidity for market to make big move, and if this session does not provide that, then it simply means the spread, the difference between the bid price, which is this, and the ask price, which is this, will be large. Remember when we talked about the bid and ask price? So it will be very large in some case, trading this session. So now we've established the currency pairs that best fits this session as stated, and the things that you need to take note trading this session. Now let's get to the Tokyo or Asian session. For the Tokyo or Asian session, it's the second session and it opens from 12 a.m. down to 9 a.m. GMT, and the popular pair that is traded in this session is usually JPY, which is Japanese yen pairs. Yeah, that's the most traded pair for this session. So now the best currencies to trade in Tokyo or Asian session are usually the USD JPY or the Euro JPY or the odd AUD USD, Australian JPY Japanese yen, or the Great British Pound Japanese yen, or the New Zealand Japanese yen, or AUD USD as well. You can trade, or you can trade the New Zealand USD. So these are the most best pairs you can trade for Tokyo or Asian session. And the things to note about trading Tokyo session is it's best for ranging trading as well and technical analysis. Not much news or wide volatility, so it's still in that range of still consolidating, right? You might see spike as well happening, but it is not too extremely volatile. So if you want to be trading this session, remember these are the pairs that best fit it, and these are the things that you need to take note of while trading, so that you understand how to approach the market. And also it's a good time to prepare for major setup as momentum builds up into London. So in the subsequent session you will understand why it can be used as a momentum build into London session. So let's get on to the London session. So the London session is the most volatile session in the forex market because it covers major economic like the UK and the Europe. London session opens by 8 a.m. down to 5 p.m. GMT. It is great for scalpers, day traders, and as well as swing traders. And the best currencies to trade in London sessions are usually the Euro USD, the GBP USD, the GBP JPY, GBP CAD, Euro JPY, and Euro AUD, also USD CAD, and many more. And things to take note of the London session here is simply you have high volatility and you also have high liquidity, and when high liquidity is proportional to tight spread. So when you have high liquidity, it makes the spread tighter, and trading London session, like we established, is the most volatile session. It indicates that a lot of market participants, and due to the economic of the UK and the Europe, it states that the volatility involved in this market is enormous, and the liquidity as well. And also London banks are actively trading, you understand? So if the London banks are actively trading, and remember the London contributes 30% of the global liquidity, so it signifies that this session is very volatile, and that's where you see aggressive spike move upwards and also as well as downwards. Hope we got that right. And now let's get to the New York session. And for the New York session, is the second biggest market. It involves the dollar and other global currency, and the New York sessions open from 1 p.m. down to 10 p.m. and the best currencies to trade in the London the New York session, oh sorry about that, that's a mistake. The New York session is Euro USD, the GBP USD, the USD JPY, the USD CHF, the USD CAD, XAU USD, and as well as XAG USD, which is silver. So another thing you need to note about trading this pair is high volatility. There's high volatility when it opens down to approaching the close hour, and also high liquidity, which is equivalent to tighter spread, and also New York banks are actively trading the market. So that's where you see aggressive move upwards and as well as aggressive move downwards. And now let's get to the advantages of session. So number one, best timing equates equal best trade. So understanding session will give you the best timing to trade any currency pair that aligned to that session. So because when you trade such pair, there's a high probability that the market will be volatile at that point to make that move that you're anticipating. You understand? Yeah. And focus on right currency pairs like the way we see it. So understanding session will help you focus on the right pair that best fits that session. You understand? So once you understand the right pair that best fit the current session that you're in, it will really help you trade that currency well and expect the move you're anticipating. And also understanding session will help you avoid scenarios that you are taking a trade that has a large spread and also slippage. So once you understand the sessions like we've established that are most likely to be consolidating, which is low volatility and low liquidity, you know the difference between the spread, the bid and the ask price, which is the spread, will be large, right? Will be very large. So you don't want to be trading in such session. And also it will help you with timing, discipline and routine. So for example, let's say you want to catch a trade, and that trade now, due to your location wherever you are, like me, I'm in Nigeria now, and let's say the currency pair I'm looking at is like the JPY pair, right? Let's say it's the JPY pair I'm looking at, and as at when I'm looking at that pair, I know that the session that price might likely move will be the Tokyo session or the New York session. So I'll just simply wait at night for the market to come to my zone and give me the confirmation to me. And once I get that confirmation around that trading session, which is Tokyo, it gives me a high probability that the market will either sell off going in my direction. And yeah, that is why it is very important, because it will help you with time discipline and routine as well. And lastly, we'll be talking about choosing the right session for you. So each trading session has its own personality, currency focus, volatility level and best use cases. So choosing the right one helps you, number one, trade more effectively, avoid unnecessary losses and fit trading into your lifestyle. So understanding that if you choose the sessions that best fit you, your location, will help you, number one, trade more effectively, avoid unnecessary losses. Because if you're trading AUD USD now and the session that you're trading does not align to AUD USD session, you simply know that there's a high probability that that session will not hold. So what you simply do is you simply wait for the market to present itself an opportunity that aligns to this Australian dollar session, and you simply take on the trade. It's like adding more confluences to make more sense. And yeah, this is simply how the session really works. And also, if you want to know where you can see where the session intertwine, you can also check www.forexfactory.com. Once you go there, you simply scroll down. So let me show you a scenario before calling it to our journey. When you get to your Forex Factory, all you have to do is simply scroll down, and as you can see, there's an icon here that says session. As you can see, we have the Sydney, we have the Tokyo, and we have the London. So, and you can see the time at which they overlap. Like today, the market is not active though, so if it's active, you would have seen what session and how to go about it, and the switch all will happen here. So all you just need to do is come here, monitor the sessions, and understand, okay, we are in the Sydney session now. These are the currency pairs that best fit the Sydney session, and as well as others. So I hope you found value from this video. Kindly like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post such educational content like this. And also in the description box, you see my free Telegram channel where I post trade setup and also communicate, and creating a community of like-minded traders interacting with each one another to grow in the financial market. Also in the same description box, you will see my social media links that I am active. Kindly follow me on those social media handles. And yeah,